Welcome to part 2 of my ethereal clothing style up. I have silk, satin, ruffles, lace, luminosity, sheer. It's just heaven. Must check out part 1. It was heaps of fun. Beautiful pair of white pants. And now I'm mixing it up with some jeans. These are flannel and I have upped the leg a little bit because I love to wear a heeled sandal with baggy jeans. When I put flats on with this, because my legs are short and my body's long, I end up looking a bit dowdy. So look in the mirror and check out how you're looking when you wear flats. I can wear flats with other things, sure, but just not a baggy jean. So have a good look and even film yourself or take photos of yourself with these on and just have a look from a distance. Anyway, back to these jeans. So they're super high-waisted and I'm going to need them because this beautiful ruffle top is very, very cropped. See, it's right up here and my waist is here. So I have to wear something high-waisted with this top. I've put over a lovely ecru blazer just for that lovely relaxed look, and I'll show you underneath. Now, I have to tell you something about women's shoulders. Women's shoulders and the top of their ribs here are the best parts of their body in a lot of ways. They are they take longer to age, and of course as we get older we lose muscle tone, although I am starting a weights program. I'm getting back into it, I'm horrified. So I actually have avoided Bardo tops because they're often associated with really young, toned, beautiful chicks. And you can see here that it actually is working quite well on me. I feel less comfortable with the back, but I can always wear a blazer over the top. And with a little bit of a tan it might look nice, but it's just covering up that problem area that a lot of women have, and it's really, really beautiful. I like that I can lower it if I want, or I can have it up even higher, and so long as I've got something that's going to meet the top here, I'm golden, you know. But how beautiful is that with these baggy jeans? It's a lovely mix, love the colors together, and a fabulous white sandal and bag. I didn't want to go for a white jacket over the top because I thought it would start getting a little bit too much white, so that's why I went for the ecru. Alright, I'm going to try this now with a skirt. Okay, here is an example of when I would wear a flat with this. So an A-line skirt is great for my body type and it makes me look streamlined and not dowdy. I've pulled up the skirt high to meet the top, and you can see it does make my legs look longer, you know. This is such a great length, this skirt. It's linen, it's A-line, it's floaty, goes beautifully with these ruffles. I think that we get so caught up in thinking, okay, a ruffly top like this is really dramatic, we've got to wear it out at night, we've got to wear baubles with it, but not so, you know, we can dress it down as well. And I'm loving this look actually with this crossbody bag. I didn't expect it to look so good. I think the tortoiseshell goes gorgeously with this colour and with black. And it's just a lovely texture, but it doesn't compete. It's like a faux raffia in black and white, and I actually really, really like it. I really need a tan on my back. But otherwise, this is a great look. Ruffles, a little bit more coverage, and I haven't tanned your back. A fabulous blazer over the top is really gorgeous, and a large relaxed bag. I'm loving the tonal colours here. I don't think we need to stray too much, you know, but even a more textured jacket might look cool over this, and you could experiment with different types of colours, of course, always fun. I have to admit, I get a little bit funny about wearing black with colour. I do like it all together, and I like it with black and white, and I will wear it with neutrals, and that's what I'm doing here. I particularly get funny about wearing it on the bottom. I sometimes think it looks a little bit dated. So if I do black on the bottom, I will always do black shoes, or mostly, and a black bag, and I'll try to keep the black all in one spot, you know. This little table 8 blouse is silk. I found it at a op shop for something like $12 and it retailed for like $140. It still had the tags on. This is why you need to go thrift shopping. And it really is exquisite. I just love the retro shape of it. It's quite long. I've tucked it in here, and then at the back you can see I haven't quite tucked it. So it provides this beautiful little section here that just sits flat against the small of my back, and I really love that. And it does have a little detachable silk bow here. And I actually quite liked it with this. I was going to rip it off because I don't actually really like it. It does come off, but I don't mind it at all. And in fact, you can even cover it with the top ruffle. I also like to pull down the ruffle. I'm not so sure about it being that midway, you know, I like to pull it down a little, the neckline. But I think this works beautifully with some sandals and this gorgeous shimmery black bag. I was going to put a black leather blazer over the top, but it just gets too heavy, it gets too much. So this beautiful little tweed Betty Jackson, you know, it's just that beautiful tweedish textured look. It goes so gorgeously with the luminosity of the silk. And I don't know, it just looks expensive to me, you know, to add these tonal colours together. I haven't introduced anything other than creams, browns and blacks, which just complement beautifully. Yeah, I think people get afraid of combining black and brown, but I love it. I think it works gorgeously. So there you go. Love, love, love. Next, in the name of experimentation, I also wanted to try this new H&M fringed jacket. Isn't it just stunning? I mean, you just have to go dancing just to be able to do that alone, or even just walking down the street with the odd shuffle. But it's just gorgeous with this, you know. This is why we need to try things. I did not expect this to look good. I found it a little bit too much black here, so what I did was I added this beautiful belt. It's very textured and wide, and it just gives a beautiful sort of busty look, changes the whole shape of the blouse, and looks just beautiful. Love it too with this bag in a creamy colour. Okay, I know I have two different boots on here, but bear with me. This incredible dress from Alannah Hill, again an op-shop find, could not leave my eyes. 2 layers of mesh with a little ruffle at the bottom, and then underneath is this incredible little sequin number. It has no closure at the back except for this stunning little tie. See there, I pull it in at the back and it ties up the dress. It's so 1920s, it's so chic. It's a little short for me, so I wouldn't really feel comfortable wearing heels with this, but I do wear the boot fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's a little tricky to style. I don't really like showing my arms, so until I get those weights happening, I would probably wear something over the top. So let's try 2 different looks with this. Because this dress is so fluid and the lines are so exquisite and it's so short, I would not belt it. So I might crossbody bag it with a little pink bag, and then potentially a little fluffy cardigan for a sort of cute 1950s sort of look. And then I could also add a larger bag. So a more relaxed fluid bag would look kind of cool, or even a large modern tote, which I like even better, you know. And I like the softness of all of these colours together. I would much prefer them than with black. But if I am going to do black, I would probably go dramatic. So let's try that. So with the black, I've gone dramatic with a black leather blazer and a really high shine statement bag. I do think it looks kind of cool. I also think a black polo neck would look incredible under this, or even over the top, and you could just wear the bottom as a skirt, you know. But yeah, I love that blush pink with black. I would probably wear it like this. The other cool thing that I could do is mix up the different tones. So I could add a really cool urban crossbody, really high on the body, and it's giving me a little bit of a waist here. And then I have this ecru jacket. So I could go black with this, or I could even go with the beige. How great does this look? Didn't expect this. I like the tan. I think that it's tonal. I love how it brings in the cardigan, and of course it's not too bulky, so it falls nicely. I've also pulled this out a little bit. You'll notice when I do that, it makes my waist look smaller. It's fantastic. I'm really, really happy with this. Wow. And I love how the shape of this highlights this beautiful ruched area. Do you see that? Draws the attention to it. Ethereal works so well with tone on tone, you know. This dress from Zara is a crushed satin. I looked at it online for a long, long time and I crushed on it. Excuse the pun. I really did, and I just thought I couldn't carry it off, and I haven't shown you yet because I've just been worried about carrying it off. Of course it is, you know, beautiful, beautiful top here. Need to have some cleavage, but it is what it is. I really do love it. I love it. I just need to find ways to wear it. So here what I'm doing is I'm adding a really beautiful little Grecian sandal. So again, I'm just going tonal, and I've put a lovely long necklace to draw attention here. Simple hoop earring. I love combining silver with gold. Doesn't bother me if they mix up. I'm just letting it float, you know, blazer over the top, lovely tonal bag, nice relaxed look. Easy peasy. Here I've added that pearl singlet from Zara. How divine is this? I think this dress was absolutely made for this little pearl singlet. I've left the necklace on, I don't think it's too much, and a longer line blazer. Pushed up sleeves, has a beautiful texture to it, and I think that it would work even better belted in. How lovely is that? Just winch that sucker in as tight as you can go. And if you get too much fabric around the bottom, just poof it up at the top there a little bit and it will wasp your waist in. This is something I would not normally wear, so it's really interesting to be experimenting and finding outfits that I actually really love. I think this is fantastic. It makes me feel like I'm on the French Riviera, you know? Who wouldn't want to be there right now? Of course, if you felt a little bit insecure about a slippy dress like this, as I do, there's always the option to add little tops over it. I have a few different little tops that I can wrap around dresses to knit me in and just give a bit more coverage. I also have ones with little bits of sleeve. I'll have to find them. I've got just so much to show you. It's going to be years till you see everything. Okay, so you can see here it's just a little bit low. So what I can do with this little linen blouse is just tie it in under the bust, and it just gives a beautiful shape. It just frames the chest beautifully, and I like how it nips in here. I love the tonal colouring. I think it's really beautiful. I don't know where this is from. I've had it for maybe 30 years. Seriously, I've had it like since I was 12. Anyway, that's another option. The last option is to go boho and completely cover this. This is a beautiful H&M lace dress. It's really soft. Adore the trim in the neckline. Love the sleeves. It's got 19th century buttons, like a whole cavalcade of them all the way down the front. And I wasn't going to undo those even for you. But how great would it look over the dress as a duster? Would look incredible. So I'm going to have to do that when I've got the time to undo all those buttons. But for now, I'm loving it belted in with all of these tan accessories, the shoes, the bag, the belt, and of course this jangle of fabulous boho bracelets, simple earring. I think necklaces on this would just ruin the line. I love this section here. And then underneath you'll see that there actually is a beautiful lace trim, and this actually sits on my waist, which is unusual. If it was Empire line up here, I wouldn't have got it. It just doesn't suit me. So sitting here like this is really nice, and I would probably just wear it loose as well. Just want to put one more pair of boots on, and then that will be it for now. Just couldn't resist winterizing a little bit. I should have been born in the 30s so that I could have been, you know, my age now, 35. In the 70s. I just love the 70s. Okay, so here a little ankle boot. It's so gorgeous. I just find ankle boots really sexy with flowing things, you know. And of course this fur is insanely beautiful. A contrasting bag. And I'm ready. Okay, that's a wrap for part 2 of my ethereal clothing series. I have part 3 coming really soon. Don't forget to check out part 1. And I cannot wait to show you this next batch of beautiful clothing.